Greetings. For the curious ones concerning the scriptures, this is Elder Blacklight. Now, we're trying to satisfy, at least I am, trying to satisfy my curiosity. Because I read the Bible, and I read the Quran, and both the Old and New Testament. And the message that I received out of those, when I first read them, it was a lot of confusion and contradictions. But when I started studying the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the whole Bible became clearer, and as I read, it gets clearer and clearer. Now, I'm at the age of 74, going on 75, and I lived through generations, and I watch the knowledge change. I watched the dumbing down of the whole planet. And this was done through the age of television and motion pictures, music, the radio, magazines, books, scholastic books. Even in the dictionary, they start changing the definitions of certain words. And when you look at the motion picture industry, back in the 40s and 50s, when they made the Ten Commandments, it was a big production. So they started making, pictures of movies of the Bible. But some movies, like some of those scientific movies, are still talking about the Bible. And then even those horror movies are still talking about the Bible, like The Exorcist. The Exorcist. When you exorcise demons. And Rosemary Baby. And then you got the latest, biggest one is The Matrix. You're talking about Jesus. It's telling you the whole story of the Bible, but in modern terms, in computer language. It's hooked up in the computer now. Artificial intelligence. But you got to be very, very astute to notice that the Bible is talking about what's going on now. It's the prototype of what's happening now. It's the church of what's happening now. And you can go from Revelations to the beginning and see how it relates to what's happening now, and how you got people playing different parts. The personalities and the characters in the Bible, there are people like that in real life, as the evil ones try to suppress the righteous ones. You see what I'm saying? And the evil ones don't want the righteous ones to know who they really are. So when you read about the Messiah, Jesus, and the King, now you're talking about established, you're talking about governments now. Jesus was dealing with the government, which were king back in those days. Kings and queens was the government of the people. And they had scientists, but they call them something else, Pharisees and sorcerers and so forth. Those are scientists. Because nowadays you got psychologists, you got social engineers. They scientists, studying the behavior of people, getting into the minds of people, trying to control people. And the king always had advisors, and most of the times it would be scientists. And science only means the knowledge of something. So a lot of y'all can't relate that to what's happening now, because you're always looking at something on the outside of you. You believe that everything good is on the outside. You don't believe, in other words, you believe like Santa Claus could override your mother and father and give you presents, and you better be naughty or nice. But you don't believe that your mothers and fathers the one that's giving those presents to you. And your mother and father don't believe that they are a part of God or Allah. And that's why Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within. But they believe that the government, they look towards the government as God. The government that they elected to represent them. The king that they have overseeing them, they could dethrone him if they want to. They ain't got to exactly do what he said if it ain't right. But this king in the scriptures tried to kill Jesus. Stay tuned for the next installment of this. You're going to like it.